Hello, Duranis here, and welcome back to episode 2 of Banished. Last episode, we basically got through the first 2 winters. We're into our third summer here now, and I think probably what I'm going to do is go through 2 years per episode. That should work out roughly about 30 minutes at 10 times acceleration. This episode, we're waiting on the houses to be built that we set up on the last episode. We're going to be setting up a tailor so we can start making some clothes, and I think probably after that we're going to move this field and sort of get the city planning set out a little bit nicer. We're going to have to start collecting stones soon as well, but for the moment we're not going to bother setting up a quarry. We're just going to clear out this area because we need to make space anyway. And we also need to make a herbalist. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for this episode. Let's just quickly check here before we accelerate. Fuel limit still set at 500, but we've still not got a massive stockpile of logs there, so we'll leave that as is. We could actually take the woodcutter out for the moment. And okay, why are you not working? Okay, for whatever reason, it's not actually letting me do anything here. Let's see if I... Nope. So, yeah, I'll be right back after I fix this little bug. Okay, so we're back. Basically all I had to do was actually just go into the menu and come back just to sort that out. Not too sure what went on there. It could have been where I was alt-tabbing out to set up the recording. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we're doing. So let's take the woodcutter out because we don't need him for the moment. Set him as a builder, and hopefully these houses should get built fairly soon. Still not sure why people are going off and cutting down the trees and doing the labourer stuff when they should be building. Let's add one more builder to that, as we have 2 people that just come adults. Let's try setting the priority higher. So that's one of the early problems I've had with this game is doesn't always seem to make a lot of sense on what they'll actually work on. So at the moment these are the only 2 things that should be built, so there should be builders working on them. That's why I'm not sure if it's the labourers that are taking resources to it or whether it's the builders. So let's maybe just try putting these back to labourers again and see if they're going to move the resources to it. Yeah, they're starting to get resources there. They're building the paths as well, so that could be why they were slowing down. Let's just make sure all the removes have been taken out of, removed, whatever you want to say. And just waiting on these to get built. Once these are built, we'll set up the tailor. We're coming to late summer now. Sort of an ideal time to start building because we are going to have the farmers spare. Let's just... we only need 2 builders now because that's been done. We've got 3 labourers. Woodcutter, we've still got 475 wood. Let's set a gatherer up. No, not gatherer, a herbalist, I mean. And we'll set it up just sort of towards the edge there. And the herbalist basically supplies herbs which increases their average health, particularly if you've got a very diverse stock of food. It can really help sort of balance that out. Let's add 2 builders back to that. And we go again. So yeah, I might speed up the video on the bits where I'm just waiting around for people to do building. You probably don't need to sit here watching that. This house is almost built. Okay, so that's good. Yes, I think probably when we hit the winter I'm going to move this field over. Probably bring it in line with this section here. Then bring 2 paths down here, so we'll have space in the middle for sort of trade buildings, utility buildings, housing here, then the field here, maybe fit another field on the end of it there, and then use this again for housing, and that should be a fairly nice layout. What we've got here, don't need all them builders. We've got 2 builders to go and do the herbalist. We've got max hunters, max forester, max fisherman, blacksmith. We need to build a tailor because we're going to start needing more food soon, clothing soon. Let's maybe build the tailor on this edge here, or actually let's build it behind here. That should be fine. So yeah, we want it just in there, so it's nice and close to the storage barn. And yeah, let's set them back to builders again. Okay, so yeah, fast forwarding again. It's times like this where you wish you could go faster than 10 times speed, but that could also be quite dangerous. If you get a problem come up, you probably wouldn't notice it. So, okay, we need 5 builders, we've already got 4, but that's fine. It just means that's a little bit slower. They're slowly clearing that space out. It's the herbalist, that's very slowly being cleared out as well. Okay, farmers are done. They will actually automatically switch to labourers during the winter, or when they've not got work to do on the farms. But I'm actually just manually going to switch them to labourers for the moment. I'm going to remove that farm, remove structures, and I'm going to put it in. Let's see. Size is this? Yeah, let's put it in here, then we'll have room to the side of it to maybe put in some cattle or an orchard or maybe a small farm there. So let's set that so that's ready for next spring. They should clear out these bits here, so that'll be built and ready to go. We're starting to burn through our fuel supply here, so let's set someone back to a woodcutter. We've got a reasonable amount of logs building up. That's going to be better as well once these trees start growing and I clear out all of this stone here, so they've got more space to plant. That won't be an issue anymore. So coming into late autumn, and we're looking reasonably good. We've got a pretty big supply of food building up there. What have we got here? Storage for log, stone and iron is near capacity, so we're going to need another stockpile here. I keep calling it a storage pile, but you know what I mean. So which area are we going to be clearing next? We're going to be clearing down here. Let's just keep the stockpile up this way to begin with. So we're going to want it relatively close to the main town part, at least until we start expanding outwards. So yeah, 5x10. That should keep us going for quite a while actually. Let's just make it a it's not OCD at all, but let's line it up with a house so we can get a path going across there. It's not entirely necessary to have nice layouts, but I kind of like to have it in a reasonably good layout rather than being too sort of haphazard and sort of placed everywhere. So yeah, 5x8 stockpile should keep us going for quite a while, and it's not going to hurt to have another house going at this stage. I'm not sure we've got enough stone to produce it. Oh yeah, 8 stone, that should be fine. And yeah, see, we've got a new stockpile here. It's registered there, but it's still saying we're near capacity for that. So sometimes the messages don't always keep up with the game. I'm not sure if it's maybe an issue when you're going at high speed or what's going on, but yeah, we can pretty much ignore that for the moment. Even though it still says it. Very strange. And that's at 87% too, so yeah. Okay, so coming into winter, loads of food, loads of fuel. We have got a couple more houses going here, so there's going to be more babies coming soon. So we're going to be burning through the food and fuel a little bit quicker, but not quick enough to really be a problem at this point, considering how quickly we're producing it. This tailor still hasn't been built yet, and it's still saying storage for production goods. Production goods now. So production goods are stored basically inside the barn. These are sort of perishable goods, things like the iron tools as well, the tools, food, herbs, clothes, and basically anything that's not stone, iron, coal, or logs, or fuel, which is all stored in the stockpiles. We're going to want to build another barn. We also need to wait for that tailor to be built because they're starting to run low on clothes. We also need the herbalist to be built, so let's just bump another person into the builders. Let's take the blacksmith out for the moment. We've got a reasonable amount of tools going. We'll chuck him into the builders as well. Gatherers. We want to keep the food production pretty much as it is, and also the foresters. We are running fairly low on logs again, so we definitely don't want to interrupt them. And yeah, I know. So that's at 97% full, but they're going to start using food from it anyway, so that should go down. It's actually a good sign that that's getting full. It means we're producing a lot more than what we were using, so we can safely expand fairly soon. And we come up to late winter. We're probably going to want to set up a couple of farmers, but maybe skip it this season and concentrate on getting things built. I didn't notice that something had been built here, so we need one less builder there. 2 labourers. Yeah, we'll just leave it as it is. Taylor, are you done yet? Nope, you're still... run out of stone, that's what the problem is. Again, really should pay more attention to the stone, so... Let's see... Herbalist is done, we only need one herbalist. I found even up to a sort of 150-ish population cap, one herbalist is generally enough to keep everyone supplied, as long as it's in a good forested area. So we need one less builder. We've got the labourer there. We're going to start clearing out the stone from this section up here. Probably actually don't need to go that high, so it's just going to take them forever to bring it back. We've got any stone left down here? Yeah, let's collect that stone. And yeah, let it run. So what I might actually do is just create a small stockpile up here somewhere if I can. And actually by the time they build that stockpile it's not going to make any difference whatsoever, so let's just take that out again. And I'm going to need to build a barn too, but I haven't got enough resources to do it. So I need 16 stone. But we'll set it up anyway. And yeah, we're going to skip doing the field this year just so we keep the farmers working, getting these buildings done and collecting stone. We've got more children being born, so that's good. Still got a decent supply of tools. So yeah, stone's really the biggest issue at the moment. Lack of storage space is a bit of a pain, but that's sort of a problem you do want to have, so I don't mind that. Started collecting herbs here. That's going to slowly go up over time. Yeah, I know, production goods, so blacksmith, haven't got anyone in the blacksmith, that's why it's like that. So yeah, it's just a case again of waiting for people to do building and collect stone. Actually, let's just take the builders out, set them as labourers, and try and get all the stone collected as quickly as possible. So I'm definitely going to have to start working on a quarry soon. There's quite a bit of stone there still to collect, it's quite close. There's a little bit down here too. But a quarry is easier, you can set it up quite close and they don't have to do a whole lot of running around, just collecting up small amounts of stone. Iron is good, so we don't have to worry too much about a mine anytime soon. Woodcutter's hit the limit again, and our log supply is quite low, so let's take him out and set him as a labourer. And stone supply is gradually going up. That had enough stone. That needs 16, so yeah, so we've got no builders here, we've only got labourers, and the stone has gone up, so that sort of answers the question of whether it's the builders or labourers that move the resources to the build. That was definitely labourers that did that. So we just wait on them to get the logs in and we'll set a couple of builders going. I'm going to leave the rest as labourers for the moment so that they carry on clearing this area out. And we really want to just clear all of the stone and all of the iron from around the foresters and gatherers. So that's all of the stone, any iron around here, a little bit. Let's clear that as well. So that should give them a nice open area for planting trees in, so that should get a nice dense amount of trees there, which affects how well all of these buildings work. So yeah, looking pretty good still. That barn should be finished relatively soon, which will solve this storage problem. Still fairly low on logs, but we've got plenty of firewood, so that's fine. Yep, I know about that, please shut up. And still got a reasonable amount of tools, so we don't have to worry about the blacksmith right now. Let's just set a couple more people building, try and get these finished. And that's almost done. 85. More children being born, that's good. We've got 8 children at the moment. Excellent, so storage barn is built. Tailor's built as well, that's good timing. So we only want 1 tailor and no clothes limit. We haven't got any wool yet, so we'll just keep it and making the hide coats, which is better than nothing at this stage. The higher leather is coming from the hunter, which won't supply massive amounts of leather, but it should be enough just to tide us over to begin with. So yeah, next priority really is probably clearing some space around here just so we've got room to build in the future. We need some more logs as well, so that's not going to hurt. We want to clear this area out so we can get a quarry set up in here, and we need this stone as well. That looks like it's more or less clear of stone. We'll get a trading post set up here soon as well, but won't worry too much about that at the moment. Let's just make sure all the main things have people in. Foresters, traders, yep, all good. So unfortunately the game crashed to desktop there, so we've had to revert back to the autosave, which has actually stepped us back relatively far, unfortunately. So that's what you get for not saving often enough. So yeah, where were we at this point? Yeah, we want to keep that at 500. We don't need tools. We really need some labourers to go and move all the resources into place, I guess, was what we were waiting for. And who have we got that we can spare? herbalist, we can take that for the moment. And woodcutter. Set a couple of builders. Let's just try and get this done as quickly as possible. I think what I'm going to do here is I'll just pause the video and start recording again when I'm back to where I was before. So see you in a second. So yeah, I'm back. Basically what I'm doing here is just clearing some area. This area has been pretty much cleared of all the stone and the iron, so that should build up nicely into a nice forested area. Basically clearing the area along this mark here and this area in here, and then this spot down here. So might just do a little montage bit while I sit here, micromanage a couple of these and wait for these spaces to be cleared out. And yeah, so I'll be back with you once we've got a bit more space to work with. So here we are back at the loading screen again, and again the game crashed, and again I hadn't saved it. So we're back to the autosave. Thankfully I don't think I lost too much this time, but yeah, note to self, save more often. So yeah, as I said, we're just trying to clear out some of this area. I'm not going to sit here and talk while they do it all, because it's going to take forever. So yeah, back to the montage. And welcome back. So basically I just let probably about 4 or 5 years run through there. What I've done is just basically cleared a nice bit of space out here and space up here for the stone quarry in a bit. The forest here has matured really nice, so that's working great for the gatherers and the hunters, etc. We've got a real good stockpile of goods here, so we can start expanding. While I was going through there, I was basically switching the tailor and the blacksmith on and off as the tools were starting to get low, and using them as extra labourers. I've had 2 farmers set up pretty much permanently on there, which I'll probably keep to that for the moment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just work back on the main town. It's should already be a road being built there, but that's not been done yet. And yeah, so next priority I think is going to be building a few more houses. So just going to stick with the wooden houses for the moment because we still haven't got a renewable source of stone coming in. I'm not sure we're going to fit 3 along here because there's not space there, but let's line them up with this one. And we shall put a path in here. And we can use this space later on to add in some wells. Yeah, 3x3. Yeah, we can add some wells in there, which is handy if there's a fire. That path's not lined up, but I'll just have to deal with that. So yeah, we're starting to get a bit of a layout coming together here. Let's just set some more of this out. So yeah, we've got a nice amount of space here. We're going to build the quarry right up here so it's not interfering with the houses, because if you build quarries or mines near houses, it lowers the happiness rating. And we've got one field going there. I'm not sure how many squares we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. So we might set this area up here for an orchard. We've got quite a lot of people going at the moment. We've got 15 spare labourers. We haven't put the blacksmith and the tailor back, so let's put them back. That gives us 13. We've got 2 houses being built. Let's chuck a couple more houses down. And yeah, we'll stick to the wooden ones for now. What else do we want? Let's set up an orchard. And we'll make that as big as we can on this section. Too large, okay, there we go. So 7x15, that should be fine. The orchards aren't particularly good for mass quantities of food, but it does give you a different food resource, which is helps keep the health high. If they're eating the same thing all the time, then the health tends to drop down. But if you've got a bit of a diversity of food, then it keeps the health nice and high there. And we will add 2 people to work on that. I think we could probably get away with just 1, but we'll put 2 on there. And let's see if we can path around that. I'm going to be able to do it all the way around, but that should be good enough. And is this lake connected to a river? Yes, so we could put our trading post on that side. If I can remember where it is, it's in here somewhere. Schoolhouse, actually that's something else that we do need. There we go. So hopefully this trading post will fit just on the edge. Let's try removing that little bit of pathway there and see if we can squeeze it in. It'd be nice if we could get it on this edge, because there's not going to be a lot more we can put there. Ugh. Remove pathway, click the right thing, come on. There we go. And no, that's not going to let me fit it on there. Probably go on here. But that's sort of where I want to put the next field, so let's see if we can get it in over this side. Yeah, we'll put it there. Let's just add some people to the builders. And yeah, we do eventually need to get a quarry going. That's going to take up quite a few people to work in that. So I'm sort of putting it off for the moment while we get some buildings built. We should be fine on food for the moment. We've got one field going, we've got an orchard, we've got a gatherer, fishery, and yeah, I think we're pretty good on that. Orchard's working, that's good. Is that being built? Yep, that's just waiting on some iron. Iron's going to start going down fairly soon as we're building more tools, and we're using them for a couple of buildings now. So we're going to have to start working on iron mines soon. Again, we'll chuck that up here so it's sort of out the way of the main buildings. And the other thing I want to do is not that, we want to set that up to 1,000. So we've got plenty of logs coming in now. Let's add a blacksmith and tailor back in. And we'll just add the one trader there. Right, so we've got a trader there. We've got, don't need the builders at the moment. And we've got an orchard. And we've got plenty of houses, 6 children, and should be some more being born fairly soon. Let's do another set of houses in here. We might be pushing it on the food a little bit, but that should be okay. And let's put one there and one there. And let's take this road out again. And let's chuck a couple of builders at it. Come on, that's a couple of bits of road. Excellent. Right. And let's put the road back. And we want a house there. And another one there. And let's just put the road back. Okay, so that should be more than enough houses for the moment. We're going to probably start using more food than what we're producing soon, so let's get another field going. And the fields aren't really the most efficient ways to produce food. The gatherers in a good forested area actually produce more food than a field. But the good thing with the fields is that your people are only being used for half the year, and the rest of the year, during the winter time, they're going to be working as labourers. So it's a little bit more efficient, but it does take up more space, and you don't get quite as much in return. But it's not a whole lot of difference between the two. So I can't quite do a 15 by 15 here. So 15 by 11 should be fine. And we'll do some cabbages. And yeah, we'll have 2 people working this one. We can probably get away with 1 on this one, but 2 should be fine. And that leaves us 5 labourers. And we're going to start needing quite a bit of stone soon, and we're going to need iron, so let's get these things set up to be built. So we're going to set up a quarry. And ideally we want to try and fit 2 in here if we can. Don't think we're going to be able to, but let's see. So we put that one there. No, we're not going to be able to fit another one in there later on, but that's okay. So let's just leave that there for the moment and set up a mine. And we'll put that there, put a couple of paths in. Okay, we can't place it there. That's fine, we'll leave the paths until they've actually been built. So let's set a bunch of builders. We've still got a tailor, we've got a blacksmith, we've got a trader. Everything else is good, farmers are good. Okay, so let's just run again. So I think we're coming to about the end of this episode. I'm just going to let these houses be built in, and I think next time we'll just come back and get these, get the mine and the quarry going, and we'll sort of look at the food situation and see if we can expand a bit more. So until then, see you next time and take care. Goodbye.